Hello everyone, I'm Rita Bhimani. I am the founder CEO of Ritam Communications, which is a corporate public relations consultancy firm, and I'm very happy to be here at the invitation of the Institute of Engineering and Management, and also particularly of Smart Power Talks. I would like to share a little bit about my own journey in this field. I am a corporate communications communicator. This profession of public relations is something that has grown in our country over the last 60, 70 years. My own profession, my own company is almost 30 years old, and I have been in this particular profession for nearly half a century. So it's a long, long time. Now, why corporate communication? Why communication? I think all of us need to communicate if we are to have a step up in life in many ways. And I personally started when I was only 6 years old. My mother made me start writing articles in English for the Shankars International Children's Competition. And at the age of 15, I got the Prime Minister's Gold Medal for the best piece of creative writing amongst children of 70 countries. That encouraged me to go on writing and writing, because I think the more you write, the more you speak, the more you can reach out to people through the written word, the spoken word, and through writing of books. I think you can enrich yourself and you can enrich other people. So my journey started by getting a degree in English literature from Loreto College, and then I got a scholarship to go to America, where I did my master's in journalism from the University of Georgia. That time, language was an interesting kind of problem, because the kind of accent which the people in Georgia spoke was very different from the accents we were used to in other parts of USA. You had to adjust very quickly. They had to adjust to me, I had to adjust to them. But there is where we learned that you have to be able to be creative, you have to think for yourself, you don't have to do bookish learning, you've got to, whatever you write, you have to write with original thought. And this original thinking is something that I felt I learned from USA. So when I came back to India and got into the profession of PR, I think that kind of thinking out of the box possibly helped in growing what Professor Shoykot Moitra was talking a little earlier about, the right brain, which is creative and which has the passion. And I think we need to use more of that to be able to give something more to whichever profession that we go into. So this is one profession where I have written several books on PR. I have been in a male-dominated world, so people ask, how is it that as a woman you have managed to break that glass ceiling? How is it that you have managed to stand on your own? And what I feel is that in this particular communicative world, there is no difference between men and women. If you open the newspapers, if you see the TV channels, if you see CNBC, it is the women who are the better presenters. It is women who are writing the better developmental stories. And it is women who have succeeded in this business of corporate communication. So I don't think that this whole thing of having male chauvinism has been a retrograde step for us in our own professions. I think we have to stand on our own, be positive and be creative, and carve out a niche for ourselves in whatever we do. And this is what one has done over the years. So I think that when an institute like the Institute of Engineering and Management decides to look at this whole process of English language learning and training, I think they are moving several steps in the right direction, because I think what you're doing is to energize students to come to terms with the English language, because it is something that makes us citizens of the world. And if we can use our powerhouse of our knowledge of English, our grasp of English, which we already have, to further get the rest of the student community into this actionable area of having more confidence in speaking and writing it, I think we can go out and conquer the world.